Everybody, it's me, Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 hertz and tune in for yourself. Get a plant-based diet going for yourselves today and nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in our nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level and get with alkalinity. Then you can generate some static electricity. Send me some love telepathically. Set attention to your mind and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to great days. So I'm going to talk on the divine femininity today, and I'm going to go over how divine feminine is on the rise and how this is going to have us come from matter into spirit, increasing the acceleration rate of our evolution, okay, from matter to spirit. So let's get right into this. So to begin, the divine femininity or divine feminine is it is the feminine energy that is found within all of us, okay, all throughout the earth, all throughout the universe, okay. The divine femininity is literally simply just our feminine energy, okay. We all have a polarity of energy within us, one of which is masculine and the other is feminine, okay. This is left and right brain. Left brain is masculine constituted, and the right brain is feminine constituted. Okay, and they're polar opposites. So they oppose each other, but in a yin and yang type of way. They both make each other up as a whole. Okay, and they both are contained within each other as well. The black is within the white and the white is within the black. Okay, divine femininity and divine masculinity. Now, right now we are actually within masculinity globally for the most part, and we have been within the divine masculine. Okay, and this has everything for the most part on the earth in a masculine state for the most part, okay. And the masculine energy, it has become somewhat skewed in a way, okay. Is the way I see it, has become very corrupted, and I say this because it is also apocalypse, and this involves destruction in a way, and in order for the divine masculinity to renew, or maybe even make the shift into divine femininity globally, it has to go through a process of transference or transformation, okay. The energy, and the divine masculine, I want to say, has become very, very corrupted or skewed, or this is just one phase of it, or something like this, okay. What I'm trying to say is that a lot has been happening over let's say the last few thousand years that has been leading to like a type of it has been leading to a type of renewment that needs to take place, but it's happened in a very, very corrupted way. It's corrupt. The system has been corrupted itself, and this affects the masculine energy. Okay, it is divine masculinity, but it has become very, very corrupted. Is all I can say about it. But that is only because it is going to shift into divine femininity, and this is where it's going to come to at the end of it, Revelation or the apocalypse, and then it's going to loop back into Genesis, where the earth is going to be bred anew. It's going to be birthed anew, and this is divine femininity giving birth to something new, okay. That's feminine energy. So the feminine energy is pretty much it's emotions, okay, and it's yin, it's passive energy, it's creative, it's musical, and it is free, okay, it is also very, very artistic, and it is also subjective in its nature, collective in its nature, okay, and divine femininity, I want to say it corresponds to one-mindedness more than a than masculine energy. Masculine energy corresponds more to um, individuality, you know, and even ego. But then femininity, the divine feminine, it corresponds more to collectivism, and it corresponds more to subjectivism as well. And this is also God experience or one-mindedness. So we, during divine masculine, will properly be integrating a hive-mindedness throughout the globe more often, and I want to say even more shamanic intention is going to come about during the rise of divine femininity, because shamans are very, very nurturing, and they're very healing in their own sense, and this is all feminine energy, you know, and the shaman doesn't just have to be a woman, an elderly woman. It can be an elderly man as well, or it can just be any type of man or woman, but the feminine energy is there, permeating or living within the shaman, okay. So the shaman is most definitely connected to the earth in a very, very special way, very, very interdimensionally. They are connected with the earth, okay, and they are able to heal on multiple dimensions through whatever methods they're using, okay, which is usually through the most naturalist way, okay. So divine femininity is on the rise. What this means is that we are going more from an egotistical way or an egoism way, that has been within us or within our way of doing things, to a more collective and more oneness type of way, more of a spiritual way. Okay, so this is going from matter to spirit. We are going from the physical body here, the third dimension, to a higher, to spirit. Okay, it's pretty much, I think it is the fifth dimension we're going to, but there's much more higher dimensions that people are tuning into, but for the majority, people are going to shift from the third to the fifth, okay, which the fifth is going to land us within the feminine, divine femininity, once again, spirit, okay, more purely emotional, and energetically bodied, rather than physically bodied and boundaried and limited. We are going to become more limitless. We're going to become more boundless in our nature. Okay, we're gonna start opening up more to integrating and identifying with our emotional bodies more often. So we have multiple different layers of the aura, and one of the layers or the sheaths of the aura is the emotional sheath. Okay, now with the aura, we see it as there is the torus field, and there's the hyperbole. Okay, the hyperbole is the torus field. You see it as maybe like a donut type of shape, you know, or maybe an almost a circle, okay, but a little bit more of an oval, but it's all fourth dimensional. Okay, the torus field is going to be fourth dimensional in its dimension. All right, and the torus field, it is, we all have a torus field. The torus field is our emotional field of energy, okay. You need to open up the third eye to be able to see this, okay, but it is there. And then the torus field, at the top of it over here, at the crown and at the root chakra, the torus field, it loops back into itself, and it runs straight through the physical body here. Okay, and that structure that loops into itself, it almost makes up like a structured cylindrical shape, you know, and this pretty much is permeating or on another dimension, structuring the physical body. Okay, it's an energetical body as well. We'll call that the hyperbole. Okay, so there's the hyperbole, the middle of the torus field, and then there's the torus field. It wraps around as like a sphere almost, and then it wraps into itself or loops back into itself like a Klein bottle. Okay, and it's a fourth dimensional shape or even higher. All right. Now that's our energetical field. So as we start merging more into the divine feminine, or as the divine feminine starts to rise within us, we are going to go from third dimensional matter to a higher density, a spiritual state. And as we start evolving more into a spiritual state, once again, we are going to start defining more of the energetical field that I just explained, the torus field with the hyperbole. Okay, and then we're slowly going to start, or we're slowly going to less identify ourselves with the physical body. Okay, so what it is an interdimensional shift that is taking place with the rise of feminine energy. Okay, and as we start to become more identified with our energetical field, once again, we are also going to be able to come into being one, because the deeper we go into that, the more we're gonna dissolve away the boundaries of the physical or third dimensional existence. All right, and as we start to dissolve away the boundaries of the third dimensional or physical existence and become more identified with the energetical bodies, we are going to also on higher dimensions be able to experience ourselves as connecting with other energetical bodies, or other individuals or other beings, either of the earth or either of another dimension, off earth, astral beings, or even etheric beings, or even celestial beings, even just galactic beings. So as this takes place, there's going to be a lot more understanding of the coexistence between humans, or who we are as being, and beings that we were unable to perceive beforehand. Okay, before the rise of divine femininity. And what it is the femininity is very subjective and it's very collective. So what it does, whenever it starts to rise and permeated rise within us, it is going to allow us to commune with all beings, no matter where they're from. Okay, all throughout the universe. All right, and the age of Aquarius is all about getting information from all throughout the universe via whatever means are natural for us. As a species, we are using technology right now. In societies, we are using technological systems, technological grids, and technological networks, and we are pulling in information from all throughout the universe. And we are doing this for communion, okay, or information. Information is pretty much going to lead us to communion for the most part, okay, as the divine feminine energy rises within us. All right, so we are going from matter to spirit. This is an evolution that is taking place on the earth. The Kundalini energy of the earth is rising, and as the Kundalini energy of the earth rises, all of the inhabitants of the earth's Kundalini energy is also simultaneously going to rise. As the Kundalini energy of the peoples on the earth rise, then we are going to be able to have more spiritual awakening, because this is what Kundalini rise is all about. Kundalini rise is coming to spiritual awakening as it comes to the higher chakras. Okay, so everybody is making the journey from matter to spirit. It's going to be more faster for others. It's going to be slower for others, but everybody is making the shift. Okay, some people are already there. And they're just continuing to accelerate their evolutionary process, and other people's may not even have began yet. But as more people come to accelerate their process of evolution from matter to spirit, it lights the flame, or lights the spark, or it sparks other people to begin the shift themselves. So everybody is making the shift, okay? And that's the truth of it. That's the feminine energy. The feminine energy is very, very beautiful. Okay, the feminine energy is most definitely going to nourish us. during this spiritual deprivement, or this spiritual starvation, because we have been very, very deeply spiritually starved for probably thousands of years now, or maybe hundreds of years, if not thousands. Okay, but that is the truth. We have been very, very spiritually starved, and the divine feminine is here to nourish us once again with very, very, very with rains. You know, it's gonna bring us back to life. It's gonna quench our thirst for the nectar. It is going to revive us in this starvation, and it's going to heal us. This is all feminine energy. Femininity is all about nourishment. She's all about nurturing. She's all about healing. Okay, this is what she's here to do for us globally. All right, divine masculinity has most definitely fell out. But that's the way it works. Whenever it's coming to an end, the divine masculine has to go through what it's going through right now. Okay, which has left us very spiritually starved. Once again, it has left us very dense in our vibration. We are very, very dense at this point of time, you know. But it is most definitely lightening up, and we're gonna begin to get nourished by the cosmic mother once again. Shiva and Shakti. Shiva is the masculine, Shakti is the femininity. When they come together, Shiva Shakti, you get the two, okay, in perfect balance. This is awakening, rising the Kundalini energy, okay, and becoming very integrated and balanced with the two polarities of energy. All right, this is what we're seeing now. And then it's going to go deeper into the feminine. This is when we're going to start seeing this is when we're going to start seeing the feminine Christ on the rise again. Okay, Christ, he's coming back, or the feminine Christ, okay, is coming back. More enlightened beings, more healing. Once again, it's all gonna be centered at the heart at once, and we're going to come to an awakening again. Okay. But it's gonna be very, very. It's gonna peak this time, okay. Through whatever means that is going around for us to meet peaks of divine femininity. This is how it's gonna happen for you, okay. Whatever you feel comfortable for yourself, all right. But it's pretty much gonna be it for today's video. Once again, the divine feminine is on the rise. It's going to nurture us all back from a starved state of spirituality, and it's going to heal us, okay. It's going to heal our hearts, okay. But that's pretty much it once again. So I do thank y'all all for watching. Have a great day. Peace out, and one love.